Good morning, Lock Potters.
Hell yeah. Good morning, Lockpod.
What's up, JC?
Nothing. How's it going? It feels great to be here because, sometimes people need some time away. Tom and Kevin are both gone, and they need the closers to come in and take care of some business here.
I heard ratings were down, and they said, let's get JC and PT in here.
It's I consider you and me, like, let's say the sitcom had a couple good years, now it's fading. You bring in the little kid that's cute, that's funny, that adds some comic relief, and he's a good actor. That's us.
So we're the Danny Bonaducci's of podcasts.
Well,
is that what you're saying?
Your wife gets a little tipsy and says you're a natural redhead, so you're kind of like the Bonaducci figure here.
I started going blonde at the age of 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't want people to know.
Okay. Yeah, so you dye your hair.
Yeah. You know what I'm realizing? No, I don't dye my hair. You know what I'm realizing, though, as I get older?
What?
That the more things that I say yes to where I have to set my alarm,
yes,
it's a mistake.
Okay. Like Lockpod, you mean?
Like Lockpod.
Okay, what's wrong with it's Friday?
If I have to set my alarm, I'm older now, right?
Yeah.
If I have to set my alarm more often, then I'm doing it the wrong way. I'm going the wrong direction.
No.
Now, I wake up every morning relatively early. I get up at right around 7 o'clock. But when I have to set my alarm for 6:15, that throws off everything.
You're doing it all wrong. Okay, so, we have this, you set your clocks back. That's what this theory is, to give you more daylight. You got to wake up when the sun comes up because the sun sets at 4:30. You got to start getting more life out of your day, Philip. Come on.
I guess that sounds...
That's a good point.
Yeah.
accurate.
Can we back up a second about that, Phil? So I sent you, do you remember I sent you guys the show notes yesterday?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yesterday, chat, I send them the show notes.
Of course.
They both respond something to the effect of, wait, are we hosting the show tomorrow? This is Phil, Taillon, and John Cantrell.
Okay, but listen, I have an excuse, and that's one of the things in the show notes here.
Yeah.
I was in a jury trial this week, so I've been a question mark for about 10 days coming into today, but my trial's over, sadly. Well, we'll get to that.
We need to talk briefly about that, right? We gotta because you were there was a newspaper article.
Yeah.
And I do have a couple questions, but and by the way, good morning, John Vesmar.
Good morning.
Yeah, Vesmar.
Haven't seen you here in a long time. I mean, I haven't been here in a long time, so I haven't seen you here in a long time.
We've both seen you on the show, like when they
yeah.
don't show your face. I've heard you. I haven't seen you.
It's good to see you guys, and I'm not the only one today. From what I hear, Steve is dropping by with an unbelievable... chat, you have to stick around for this game that Steve is going to play with Phil and John. I believe it's a bit of trivia, but it involves ingesting things as well.
My...
So...
oral ingesting?
Yes.
Okay.
Versus what?
That's still not... that's not consent for me. I don't know about you, Philip. But
No, agreed.
Wait. Versus what? Oral ingesting versus...
Ingesting, I mean...
Lockpot is about to go dark real quick.
Hey, listen,
early.
I am because of your gig.
Oral ingesting is the title of the show.
I'm going to try to keep it clean today.
Oh, well, see, thank you.
Yes, you're a professional.
I am.
Not that when you were chief of staff of the city, you weren't a professional.
No.
But I feel like in Lockpod, if you work for the city, anything goes.
Agreed.
Yes, all bets are off.
Yeah, Mayor Tom's very accepting of
humor, yes.
Talk about it, have fun with it, whatever.
But now you respond to a board, and so I want to be mindful of your image, so I'm going to try to keep it clean today.
Please
to the best of my
thank you.
ability. To the best of my ability, okay?
Do the best you can.
Listen, sometimes people say things, and you have to throw in a that's what she said, but it's reflexive. So no offense.
That's a good point. Phil did not laugh at oral ingesting. He was like, "How dare you?"
No, he has to keep up an image, and SSCVA is for families and for individuals, for singles, people looking to have a good time, people coming to Northwest Indiana. So, I get it, and I'm going to respect it.
Listen, tourism is fun. It's energetic.
Yes.
It's creative. It's out of the box thinking. There's similarities between this podcast and what I do.
I really love what's going on in Lake County, and I want to thank you because people are coming here. Chicago is real dangerous. You go there at nighttime, it feels like The Walking Dead. It's like it's not a safe place. People need to come to Northwest Indiana and stay in Northwest Indiana. It's safe. We got so many cool things going on. That's why I love your website and all how you keep everybody informed of all the cool stuff going on here.
When I do presentations and tell people, hey, in 2022 we had $1.2 billion in visitor spending, I don't think people realize just how much tourism is happening in Lake County. I really don't.
If we keep this county safe, and we keep having people like you making the county more fun, and part of making the county more fun is making sure everybody knows all the cool stuff that's going on. Because how many times have you lived in Lake County before you got this job? Like, I'm way more in tune to what's going on because I'm friends with you, and I'm happy that you know all these things and you know every single cool thing that's going on. But I always hate it when somebody or two people or even one person goes to something and then I find out afterwards and they're talking how fun it was. I'm like, how did I not know this? How did I not know that Vanilla Ice was coming to the middle of Hobart? Like, that's the stuff that I want to know. And
we're going to be taking on some new initiatives as an organization to make sure that we're actually getting the information out there better, more timely, so that you're not finding out about it afterwards when you read an article about how awesome a concert was or a comedian was or a sports event was.
Yes.
So we're going to be really ramping up what we do, but the key here for everybody to know, though, is tourism is really going very well in Lake County. It's strong. We've got a lot of things that are happening. The sports tourism industry, the events that we have here, ecotourism is very strong in Lake County. There's a lot of great things going on.
Echo
Ecotourism?
tourism?
Not echo as an ECHO. Echo as an ECO.
Like economic?
No, like environmental.
Eco.
Yes.
Echo. I'm with you. I say echo. I say echo.
You know what? This could be a.
This is your South Shore Convention chairman.
Can I tell you this, Philip?
Yes.
And I have a 5-year-old and a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
My wife and I are always looking for stuff to do. We'll go to Chicago, go anywhere. We're looking for the coolest stuff to take our children to. We want them to experience life, especially because they missed a lot of stuff during COVID. We try to make up for lost time and take our kids to do fun stuff. And the website and the way you have things organized since you took over is way better, because I've been on that site of yours and I've watched it develop, and it's way better now. And I think it's because you're a parent. You and your wife look for fun stuff to do with your kids. You've been on a lot of websites. So I think the changes you made are great because you get it. You're a parent and you're looking for things to do with your kids, and you're planning days in advance, or sometimes it's a rainy day and you just want something instantly. And that's what's great about your site now.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. There's, I think maybe the adult entertainment stuff like concerts for adults and things like that probably get more publicity, but we have so many family-oriented activities in this area, Northwest Indiana.
Can I tell you what the site's missing, honestly?
Tell me. I want to hear this.
Okay, so, I think this period of time should be, I don't want to talk about the state of the world, but we're going to get to that in a few.
Okay.
But, things were shut down, dating changed. So a lot of people need to come out of the woodwork. They need to start dating and mating. I think that you need to have a singles component. Like, where should singles be going? They should be going to concerts. They need to meet each other. Things have gotten different. People need to come out and party and hang out with each other.
I like that.
Yeah,
like a swingers section or something.
I mean, no, you don't want to promote that. But singles, whatever they want to do on their own time, is
putting the swingers in SSCVA.
No.
I noticed he threw in dating and mating. Yes. Like he's like coming up with these cool rhyming, slogans that we could use.
I feel bad for some of the single people out there, and I'm very glad I'm married and I'm not dealing with that. But I think they need some help, to be honest with you.
There's some truth to the fact that when COVID happened, there were people obviously at the age where they should be out there,
in
like
the bars,
the
rubbing
social
elbows,
scene,
yes.
and they missed three and a half years of that, or for whatever it was that they locked themselves in the house for a while. So no, there's some truth to that for sure. And we gotta the tourism industry in general has to constantly focus on that aspect, that this did happen.
Yeah.
And there are people out there that missed opportunities, and yet we have to figure out ways to remind them that, hey, you need to get back out there and
life is short, make it sweet.
Fun. Life is short, man.
Yeah.
You just pulled an Old Dominion.
There you go.
Line out.
What do you have coming up, Phil? What's a big event you got?
Well, there's a lot of entertainment right now as we're getting into the colder months. Obviously, we start talking about more indoor things. So there's a lot of concerts there on the horizon. Our casinos, all of our casinos do a great job in Northwest Indiana of constantly offering opportunities to people that want to come out and see a concert, see a comedian. I know Horseshoe has a big one this weekend.
Yes.
I believe it's Gary Owen is coming.
He's a funny fuck.
I think that's going to be a great show. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy him. I think Hard Rock has the ZZ Top this weekend that they're doing.
Yes.
So you have.
Is that why you're wearing
that
outfit? Because every girl's crazy about a sharp dressed man.
No, I actually have an economic development luncheon today.
Oh, that's why you look. That's why you look a 10 out of a 10 today.
Yeah, it's a Lake County Advancement Committee luncheon at the Avalon. It's an economic outlook luncheon. You've got the famous Micah Pollock in this area that's known for being a great economist, and he gives his projections on the future of our economy.
Econist?
You know what? We're going to debate this. I think some people say eco-tourism. Some people say eco-tourism. I think, we're going to have a talk about this later. But before we get back into that, real quick, John, I haven't seen you since the election.
Yeah, true.
We have not. We've sent like 2 texts to each other since the election.
Well, I didn't want to
rub it in.
Yeah, I really didn't. And I hope you would do the same for me if the election was different.
You know what this says? We need to say this.
Yeah.
We've both grown.
Yes.
Since the election in 2016, because I think I remember at the time
2020.
And 2020, but we had so much like animosity and anger, and we were constantly like arguing.
You and John Vesmar?
Yeah, well, not just John and I, but I think the Trump movement really affected a lot of people in a lot of different ways. And so there was a lot of friends that I would be kind of debating, but like very vigorously.
Do you remember the golf outing and like that?
Don't bring up bad times. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, the golf outing that you threw at the Lost Marsh.
Yes.
There like a huge argument broke out in the bar
over
politics.
And then we went to Horseshoe afterwards. But but the point is, I agree. Thank you, John.
Yes.
You could have sent text and said, suck it, Taillon, or could have been all kinds of things. And you were very professional. And we probably need to sit down and talk and. I want to get your thoughts on everything.
I want. Is this when we're going to dive into this topic? Was that the interlude into this?
Well,
topic?
no.
So.
Well, first, real quick, I need to hear from John Cantrell. You just had a huge trial.
Okay.
That was a teaser.
Yes.
Okay.
It's coming.
I see.
Is that what they call that in the podcast biz?
It's coming
in the Vez biz.
In the Vez biz.
In the Vez biz.
I got to hear. So this is recent. The newspaper article was yesterday.
Yeah. Look at this.
Yeah. So
can I throw this up?
Yeah.
John,
Sure.
do you mind?
No.
You're not
gonna.
Okay.
It's
all
public record. It's public record. Yeah.
I remember this.
So my client was accused of shooting another driver at just after 5 p.m. on a Wednesday right in front of the CVS in Hammond on 165th and Calumet. It happened in May of last year. 2 guys just driving home from work, and my client testified that this gentleman was threatening him, and he was in a convertible. This was a box truck versus convertible. It was just last year, so maybe some of you remember it. I know Phil and Vesmar, you work for the city, so you at least paid attention to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so he said that the other driver was threatening him, pointing a gun at him, and then they met up at an intersection, and the guy reached under the seat, and as soon as he reached underneath the seat, he pulled his firearm from his waistband and shot the guy. And so the jury obviously did not believe his version of the events because the gentleman was unarmed, but my client said he was threatening him and yelling at him, and they could hear each other. You have a convertible driving next to a box truck on Calumet Avenue at 5 p.m. on a Wednesday, so you're not really going that fast, and the guy had a convertible. I mean, it's just sad for both families. I feel horrible that somebody passed away, and my client now is going to be going to prison. So it's a sad story, and just two guys driving home from work and driving blocks.
I do have a question about it because I read the article, and obviously I talk to you from time to time about some of your cases and your trials, which are always very interesting. But in the article, it talked about how he called his girlfriend like 3 times. And so when he was where? He was at Lake County?
He was arrested in Illinois, so he was arrested in Illinois and then transferred over. So there's some lag time before the case even starts. If someone gets arrested in Illinois, they might be there for a month before Indiana comes to get them.
Gotcha. So when you're in jail waiting to go to trial and whatnot, when you make a phone call, it's all 100% recorded, no matter what you say, and they could use it against you in trial, obviously.
The prosecutor who has your case gets an email of every phone call. So they could be laying in their bathtub listening to your jail phone calls or watching your video visits that you have with loved ones.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, do your clients know that?
Yes.
All of them know that. So when he because in the article it said that when he made phone calls, he gave 3 different versions or a couple different versions of what happened. If he knows what's
that's a misinterpretation of the facts. Then that's the prosecutor's version of the case. She said that he said he acted in self-defense, and then she said at one point he said that wasn't me, but he was saying like that wasn't me, that wasn't my fault.
I got.
And so she said it wasn't me, and then she cut him off. She's like, "Don't talk about it." And she was like, "Yeah, but he's saying," he's like, "No, that was, like that. If somebody comes and runs at me and I spill a pop,
yep."
And my wife, some got on her shoes, and she's like, "What'd you do?" I was like, "That wasn't me.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault. I didn't have anything to do with it. I was just, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and 2 lives and 2 families are devastated, and it's just sad. And everybody in Northwest Indiana is very mindful that people can have guns. We don't have any permit laws in Indiana anymore. You don't have to have a permit to have a gun. And, they pass these laws in Indiana, and they don't think about Lake County. They think about somewhere in the middle of southern Indiana, and everybody's got a gun on their hip, but everybody knows each other. And then somebody comes in and they walk in with somebody like, "Oh, this is my cousin Larry from Alabama who's staying with me for a week." Everybody knows each other. They're
right.
not. They don't have situations like this. We live in the city. Everybody has guns. This happened in East Hammond. I think more people in East Hammond probably have guns than other parts of the city of Hammond. Like my client was armed. He was going to clear out a house that got foreclosed on, so he had a gun with him in case there's any squatters or dogs or people who got foreclosed on or moved back in the house. And this happened. So you have someone who threatened to kill you and goes for a gun. He had 2 seconds. A 19-year-old kid. He had 2 seconds to make a decision, and the jury didn't believe him.
Ooh, that's tough.
It's tough and heavy stuff, and that's why we have trials. If you say you acted in self-defense, you get 12 people to come in and look at what happened. I got 10 men out of 12. I like men on self-defense juries, and they just didn't believe my client's version of the story.
I would just think from a personal standpoint, knowing you, the person that, I know you very well, that it's got to be like a heavy burden for you when you're going through these trials and trying to help these people that, obviously, in this case, the jury thinks they made a mistake, obviously, and, but how does that affect you personally?
I can eat spaghetti at an autopsy based on the stuff that I've been through.
Yeah.
But it still affects me because we've all been in road rage situations where someone is driving at you, blowing their horn, yelling at you. I think it's even worse when the windows are rolled down and you can hear everything that somebody's saying. So, if it's a road rage incident, you're assessing the threat. This is part of my closing argument, so you're hearing some of it. You really have to assess a threat. This person's flicking me off. They're yelling and screaming and cussing at me. They said they're going to beat my ass and kill me. It doesn't really get serious until they open their door, or they step out of the car, or they pull up next to you. All you're doing in this situation is assessing the threat. Sometimes you're in traffic, you're driving. This is a situation where the guy in the car thought my client cut him off, and it spiraled into some weird things. And all you're doing is assessing a threat. So it's not really a threat until he's getting out of the car, or he pulls up next to you and he's going to pull a gun. So that's my client's looking right down at him in the convertible. He's just on his way home. He had a great life. He's living with his girlfriend. They were saving money for a house. There's no way that he would do this. It wasn't like kids joyriding, trying to pick fights with somebody, and
sure.
And it doesn't make any sense. So I don't think this kid would do that.
Well, he was 20.
He's 19.
He was 19. So the older I get, the less I honk my horn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you learn over time, after experiencing a lot of craziness on the road over the years, that it's just not worth it. No matter how angry you are, just don't honk unless you absolutely have to. If somebody's sitting at a green light, then you have no choice. But the more I get cut off, I just go, well, it's just another bad driver.
Especially when I have my kids in the car. I just don't.
For sure.
Yeah, it's just. People have guns here.
Yeah, you don't know what you're getting into these days. You got to be careful.
And you really can't look at somebody and tell if they're armed, because everybody has guns in their car now. If they're 18 or 90, man, woman,
Well, look, you just gave a perfect example. He had no intention of hurting anybody with that gun that day as he's sitting in his car. And, road rage, the way it works is something just snaps inside of you so quick. And in this case, he was feeling like he was being threatened. That could happen so quickly. and things escalate, and you lose control almost.
Why is there so much more road rage since after the pandemic? Do you feel that?
Yeah. I'll tell you this, on 80/94, and I want to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
I have never seen worse driving in the 51 years I've been on this earth.
I don't want to go on it.
It's horrible. People are riding on the shoulders non-stop every single day.
Have you ever left Lake County and gone to Chicago and you go past the landfill that smells real bad and there's just like 4 lanes of traffic and there are literally no rules? It's like the Autobahn.
Yes.
Like people, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I point that out and I want to highlight that. And if you ever have to go that way, don't go that way. Ask your friends if you should go that way. What you should be doing is stay in Lake County. Get a hotel room here. We got a lot of hotels with jacuzzis.
Turned it right back to tourism.
And also I want to turn it back on this. Think about this, Philip.
Okay.
Part of the reason why there's so much road rage is people aren't dating and mating as much as they need to. There's a lot of tension in the air. You need to go on the SSCVA's website, find some things to do, go volunteer at something, meet some people, and start dating again and get rid of that rage.
You just tied it all together.
Bam.
You just did like the
Bam.
circle of life. Well, that's good. Well, sorry that the case didn't go your way. Obviously, I hope for the best for
my
both
sympathies
families.
my sympathies to all of them. Yeah, they're
absolutely.
It's just a horrible day.
Let's change the subject, and we're going to talk a little bit of politics too. But there's a big fight. I don't know if you guys are aware.
This is such a good topic.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yes.
The Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight is tonight, right?
Yes.
And, man, there's a lot of debate out there. There's a lot of people talking about what they want the outcome to be.
Yes.
But
do you know anyone that's saying they want the outcome to be Jake Paul wins? I mean,
yes.
I'm curious.
Dude,
What?
He has the people who you talk to are people who are older. He has legions of followers that are probably 29 and under.
That don't even know really they didn't live through the Mike Tyson years,
right?
So they don't understand.
They didn't know the order of Mike Tyson's punch out like the back of their hand. Like every kid. Yeah.
Joe.
I mean,
I guess I just thought the Pauls are universally disliked.
No, not by legions of young men. They're pranksters, and he's a hero to just a lot of people who don't even watch TV. They just
I
watch
think
the internet
John's
all
right
day.
when you're talking about older people.
Yes,
I would agree.
yes.
But here's what I want to bring up, though. This is because we can, we both, I know right now, John and I both want to see Mike Tyson when I don't know where you're at.
Oh, God,
John,
yes. Come on.
But did it surprise you at all when the viral video comes out of Mike Tyson slapping Jake Paul?
Of course not. It's showmanship.
At the face-to-face.
Yeah.
I mean, and then Jake Paul screaming at him, "Now I have to kill you." Now, I mean, come on, guys.
And Netflix tweeted the clip. That for me was when Netflix itself tweets that moment. I'm like, I really hope this is not a scripted thing, man.
Is boxing any different than the WWE?
Yes.
I mean, it's not. It's not. It's all.
Wow, that was quick.
It's all showmanship. That's a setup. They probably rehearsed that, and they probably even practiced the slap so he can get it right.
Now, here's the only thing. So you watch the video. If you watched it, you saw the one where they zoomed in. Jake Paul stepped on his toe. Did you see that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So if they zoomed in, like he actually did step on his toe.
Right.
So Mike Tyson could have been like, "Oh, this is what we're gonna do," kind of thing, and he reacted, kind of like we were just talking about. But
okay,
come on.
So the average person, if you invade my personal space, I'm from East Chicago. I'm gonna strike you. Probably, I will hit you. Like that's just how when you grow up in East Chicago, if somebody gets in your face, you're going to strike them.
Yes.
85% of the people there. Okay, so that's how it is. So also, you take a boxer from East Chicago, oh boy, like they're going to punch for 3 minutes and before you even get a punch in. Mm-hmm. Mike Tyson is that on steroids. So you invade his personal space. A lot of it's reflexive. So I'm not really sure that this was a setup. He could have been baiting him, but I think that's what they're supposed to do when they're trying to hype up a fight and try to make as much money as possible.
I think if Kevin Smith was here, he'd say he wants to make it clear Lockpot is not saying Mike Tyson is on steroids.
Right? No.
You're welcome, Kevin.
Yes.
I'm thinking about you right now.
He's not listening.
So, chat, what do you think? Is Tyson going to win or is Jake Paul going to win?
Okay.
Put it in the chat.
So this is my theory. Jake Paul is doing all this. Jake Paul is the promoter. Jake Paul is the person who's the driving force. Mike Tyson is the sideshow. Besides what Vesmar thinks, Mike Tyson, like people aren't gonna. If Mike Tyson was fighting anybody, it wouldn't be that exciting. This is Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Young people like Jake Paul, older people like our age like Mike Tyson. And so everybody's going to be watching.
Well, especially after the last Mike Tyson fight.
Yes.
I think it was the last one. I forget who he went against, but it turned out to be like a sleep show.
It was Roy Jones?
Yeah, was that what it was?
Yeah.
And it was just, after like round one, it was just completely boring. And, just.
They were out of shape.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think this is going to be a legitimate fight. Is Mike Tyson going to let this guy beat him up? But also, Mike Tyson, he's worth about $10 million. He's going to triple his net worth now. Mike Tyson is, his income comes from selling his, gummies with the missing bite of the ear.
Yeah.
Those are Mike Tyson marijuana gummies. Like, so, what's he making per gummy that sold like 7 cents? So like this, he needs some money. So Jake Paul is the one who's running this, promoting and doing everything, got Netflix on board. Mike Tyson is going to have to do whatever Jake Paul says.
Yeah. There's a lot of rumors out there that the fix is in.
Yes.
And Jake Paul's already won the fight.
Do you think that the fix is in, Philip?
I don't trust anything these days. The older I get, the more I do believe in that kind of stuff. So I would say yes.
Okay.
I would not put money on Mike Tyson for that reason.
Yes.
Because I don't trust people like Jake Paul. Jake Paul is a multimillionaire. He got there for a reason. He knows what he's doing. And I think, like you said, he's using Mike Tyson to expand his brand.
Make
that
money.
Rhymes, so it must be true. And
I'm going to play this for you guys.
Okay.
And what would you lose if you lose this fight? Thank you.
I'm not gonna lose.
But you say that in the last minute of the second.
I am not gonna lose. Did you hear what I said?
Dude,
Okay.
I'm telling you, obviously we all know this. There's something different about Mike Tyson. I think, and this, keep in mind, this is a sanctioned fight that will be on their pro record, correct?
Yes. It's
Okay.
a sanctioned fight, and
I don't think Tyson's going to go down like.
let's talk.
I think he's going to go crazy in this ring. Something's going to snap, and he's just going to knock this dude down, man. I'm telling you.
Let's talk about this. Jake Paul has been trying to gain a lot of weight because this is a heavyweight fight. He's never fought as a heavyweight. Mike Tyson's weighing 233. Jake Paul is at 220. So Mike's bringing in 13 extra pounds, and Jake Paul is fighting at a weight that he's really not used to. So, and Mike Tyson is the best hitter in the game. If you have a 58-year-old biker punch you in the face, I promise you it's still gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt probably worse because now he's carrying extra weight when he used to be in his fighting shape back when he was like when he was 35.
Mission accomplished for Jake Paul because there are many, many people that are going to be watching this fight tonight.
Yes.
Across the country. Let's end though. Did you see the viral video of the young girl that interviewed Mike Tyson?
Yeah. No.
And I've been trying to find it. It's like they wiped it from the internet, dude.
So this girl, and she looks like she's maybe 12 years old or somewhere. Yeah. Right? She's very young, right? And she asked Mike Tyson, what do you want your legacy to be? And he just...
I found it.
Okay, can you play this, Sean?
I think
okay,
so.
you play this video.
Okay.
Legend Mike Tyson in the ring for the first time. So after such a successful career, what type of legacy would you like to leave behind when it's all said and done?
Well, I don't know. I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. Legacy doesn't mean nothing. That's just some word everybody grabbed onto. Someone said that word and everyone grabbed on the word, so now it's used every 5 seconds. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over. Who cares about legacy after that? What a big ego. So I'm going to die. I want people to think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. We're just dead. We're dust. We're absolutely nothing.
She's like,
our legacy is nothing.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That is something that...
Jesus.
It gets worse, John, if you haven't seen it. He then, after that part, he curses.
I saw that he dropped the
Not heard
F-bomb.
before someone say that as an answer.
Can you really imagine somebody say, I want my legacy to be this way when you're dead? Why do you want somebody to think somebody really wants to think about you? What's the audacity? I think I want people to think about me when I'm gone. Who the fuck cares about me?
Dude, I'm telling you, he's gonna rip Jake Paul's head off, dude. He's not right.
All right,
If I saw that video, I would get a little bit more nervous.
Yeah,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is interesting. He does have a look in his eye like, I just don't care.
I pray to God he knocks out Jake Paul.
Yeah.
I pray.
We all want it.
Yes.
I hope you're right, but I just have this bad feeling the fix is in.
I think there's a certain age where people are more Jake Paul fans. I don't know what that age is, but yeah.
You're right. Do we have to do some ads?
Sure, let's do it.
It's
Come on.
8:05.
Start it, bro.
Okay, let's get this party started. Powering Indiana Lake County, our premier sponsor. Powering Indiana is your source for the region's most trusted electricians. Thinking of finishing your basement, installing outdoor security cameras, or does your business have plans to break ground on a new project? Don't leave important projects in the wrong hands. With IBEW Local 697 electricians, you're choosing the highest level of safety and reliability. Visit poweringindiana.org today and ensure your project is in the hands of skilled professionals who deliver on time and on budget. Find your electrical contractor at poweringindiana.org.
For decades, the Ron J. Prestomer Insurance Agency has been located right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all your insurance needs. The Prestomer Agency specializes on a wide range of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much, much more. The Prestomer Agency serves thousands of people and businesses throughout Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ron or Ronnie today at 219-844-0103. They're here to protect what matters most to you.
Before I read this ad, Phil, nice wrap up for the Jake Paul Tyson fight tonight. Someone in chat, I won't say who because I don't want you to get upset, Phil. Okay?
Oh boy!
But they made a good point. They said Vesmar is on a roll with picking winners. Phil, not so much. So I'm just going to leave it there.
Wow. Do they know that I can look at the comments after the show?
Scrub it.
All right. Byway Brewing is a family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious tap room and outdoor patio serving its award-winning craft beer, a chef-driven food menu, and craft cocktails on draft. Their brewing equipment and production facility offer a unique backdrop for events like bridal showers, reunions, or corporate parties. With their new food truck, they can cater to your corporate and private events off-site. Just off 8094 at Kennedy Avenue, South Exit. Discover more at bywaybrewing.beer. So when you get sick of that 8094 traffic, you know what to do.
Go.
Pop off.
Yep.
Pop off 8094 and
Yep.
go to Byway. And John has that voice. You know, John, a lot of people may not know this, but he did the voice at City Hall when you're on
Yes.
hold.
Yeah.
He says, "Please be calm and stay on hold."
One time I was mad at him, and I would cuss out the phone message, like
Yes.
"Fuck you, Vesmar," and hang up.
Yes.
Let me give you a little...
Go ahead, let's hear it.
Okay, here we go. I haven't done this in a while. Thank you for calling the City of Hammond.
that's
A
good.
representative will be with you in a moment.
I might want to use him for some of our mating and dating activities in the
Yes.
future.
Yeah.
I feel like his voice is soothing.
Yes.
It's kind of got that Barry White.
What about
thing.
Jill Gajewski? They could do like a read, and because they have sexy voices.
You know, we'll talk to both of them and
Mm-hmm.
see how much it would cost.
Okay.
Ku
Per minute,
Klux
per
Law.
minute.
Are you?
I wouldn't last... Wait.
That's what she said. Sorry, Phil.
Moving on.
Are you facing legal challenges? The SSCVA might be. Are you facing legal challenges and don't know where to turn? Look no further than Ku Klux Law, your trusted source for legal advice in Indiana and Illinois. Do you need help buying or selling real estate? Call Ku Klux Law. Forming a new business? Call Ku Klux Law. Injured in a car crash or at work? Call Ku Klux Law. No matter what your legal issue, call 219-671-6347 to schedule your free consultation. Who you going to call? Ku Klux Law. Hablamos español.
When you want the best for your home and family, trust the best in the biz. Rogers Roofing. Rogers Roofing has transferred homes in Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland for more than 55 years, providing quality roofing, siding, gutters, and windows, all backed by the best warranties in the industry. To learn more and schedule your free consultation, visit rogersroofing.com, ROGERS, or call 219-933-9145 today. That's rogersroofing.com or 933-9145. And remember, at Rogers Roofing, excellence is expected every time.
MCR Partners is your one-stop destination for top-notch expertise in economic development, finance, and planning. With a dedicated team geared up to tackle your projects head-on, they're your go-to comprehensive solution providers. Dive into the world of economic development with MCR Partners and let them guide you through the maze of opportunities. For more information, check out their website, mcrpartnersllc.com. For tailored assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to Matt Reardon at 219-741-9511.
The godfather of booty, Matt Reardon, is the shit. He's really somebody that when you roll into somewhere, he's like you. When you roll in somewhere with him, you just feel good, and like you feel confident, and you feel like you want to be there. And
you feel that way with me?
You need someone that brings you to the table, and you come into every room. Everybody knows you, and everybody likes you.
You know, you're going to make me emotional.
Yes,
I'm a sensitive man.
That's what the head of tourism is supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, that's what life is supposed to be. We're supposed to be just having fun.
It's about karma and energy.
It's short.
Yeah.
You know, but I won't get in my
Life
soapbox.
is short, make it sweet.
Yeah, that's right.
As we move on, I do want to remind everyone, and I almost hesitate to say this because Steve is not here yet, but I'm counting on him. We have a great game lined up for Phil and John. It's like a trivia game with oral ingesting things. We don't know. That's all I know.
Yeah.
What's the odds he didn't set his alarm like we did?
So hopefully Steve is moments away because we have just a few more minutes of discussion on some interesting things. Are we going to talk about this? This was in the notes. What is going on here? Elon Musk keeps getting hit with lawsuits for duping Trump supporters. Who put this in the notes?
Me.
Okay. What's going on here?
I mean, I find it fascinating when people get sued, and you famous people getting sued, people who get ideas and then it backfires on them, and that's what's going on with Elon Musk. He created this lottery. If you signed his petition if you were supportive of constitutional rights, you had to put all of your information in, and if you signed the petition, you were registered for these lotteries, and they're only doing them in swing states like Pennsylvania, Ohio, North Carolina, Wisconsin, Michigan, and people were winning $1 million a day. And so they had I think it was 16 or 26 days to the election. He was giving out $1 million a day. So
that in itself is pretty wild.
Yeah. And so I mean, there was talk that he was going to get in trouble because you can't even have a barbecue at the polling site and give out free sandwiches. You can't do any, there was a business in Lake County that was just, if you voted, you would go in there and get free ice cream. And the business didn't even have a dog in the fight. They were just like, we want people to vote. We'll give you free ice cream. They just thought it was a cool idea, and they'd get people in there. You bring in your kids, adult eats ice cream. The kids you'd have to pay for, so it's good for business.
Sure.
They had to shut it down. Jeez. And these people didn't even have a dog in the fight. They weren't supporting any candidates. They were just supporting voting. And no, so the bar for allowing, giving something a benefit for voting is very low. It's a huge no-no. So Elon did this lottery, so there was some scrutiny over it, but then they tried to stop it. They tried to file lawsuits. They said that this was illegal, okay? And the case becomes fascinating here. So, of course, in swing states, Wisconsin has millions of people, and 20-some thousand people decided this presidential election there. So everybody's filing lawsuits. In Lake County, in the state of Indiana, there wasn't any lawsuits because Indiana, Trump was going to win. There wasn't even a contest. But other states, there's lawsuits everywhere. If Indiana was in the game, we could have had some fun lawsuits here in Lake County, but we didn't. So people filed lawsuits against it, and Elon Musk's attorneys put on the defense that they had to admit this isn't an actual lottery. The winners are predetermined. We're picking. It's kind of like a game show host. If you go on A Price is Right, they interview all the people as they're coming in. They see who's bubbly. They see who would do good on the show. They ask them how much. They take some people who haven't seen a lot of episodes and some people who never miss a show, and then they put a mixture of people. So
and didn't he say in the beginning that it was going to be completely random?
It's a lottery. It was a lottery,
right?
But it turned out they had to admit in the litigation, and the judge allowed it because it wasn't a lottery. These were pre-selected people because they were going to go on TV, be like, "I won $1 million. I support it." So they were people chosen to win. So then everybody has. Well, not everybody. People have filed class action suits in these states. Lawyers like Kevin and I and Steve Sirsik would have filed lawsuits for class action people. We gave you our information. We signed your petition. You probably sold our names to other donors and other people, and you're using our information for your benefit. So they're filing class action lawsuits against Elon because this was a scam. You scammed us. It's fraudulent. You're monetarily benefiting from it. So we're suing you. So now there's all kinds of legal backlash from this fake lottery that he did.
Wow.
He's got enough money. He'll be okay.
Well, yeah, he'll be all right. But based on your experience as an attorney, is he do you think this could not work out well for him?
Well, let me ask you this, and you got to think about damages. If I'm going to see a lawyer to talk about winning a lawsuit, how was I hurt? How was I damaged? If somebody said that I was an asshole and and they said some bad things about me on the internet, you really have to you can win a lawsuit, but then you win $1. You have to prove how you're damaged.
Sure.
So how does anybody who entered that lottery, how were they monetarily damaged, or how can you put a price tag on it? And so it's negligible. But
well, how do you put a price tag on giving your personal information
Yes.
to be entered for the lottery? Like, what is that? How does that damage you? And I think that's what the attorneys are going to have to prove.
So you think about your classic class action lawsuit. Some guy was making some meatloaf, and he measured out a bottle of Heinz ketchup into a measuring cup, and it didn't come out, and he was shorted. He went and bought more, and he's like, oh my God, they're shorting us. They were shorting every bottle. So they were saving millions of dollars through the years because they were saving like just a little bit at each bottle. So then a class action lawsuit filed, and the verdict was Heinz has to put in so much more extra in each bottle, and the lawyer gets like $9 million. So like that's how that case worked out. So the lawyers are going to benefit from it. The average person is not going to get a ton of money.
So then you should file a suit.
I always want class action lawsuits. Call me at 219-554-4LAW. If you think you have a class action lawsuit, I would love to converse with you, and let's go make some money.
Well, it's an interesting case. And John, make sure that in the future the podcast updates everybody on how this plays out.
That's a fun issue.
Because they're not going to give everybody $1 million. It's not going to work out quite that simple. But there is value to, hey, I gave you my personal information. You told me it was random. It wasn't. And there's got to be some sort of
and the internet never forgets. Once you unleash it to one person, they're selling it to other people.
Yeah,
it's never ending.
Well, I think if I'm Elon's attorneys, I'm going to say, look, you're giving your information to everybody every day now.
Yes.
Every app you sign on to, you're putting your information. You're checking that box that say I authorize them to use this for everything. It's just nowadays it feels like even your phone is listening to. If we say something like I can't sleep, then tomorrow I'll have 42 sleep ads that will help me. I mean, we're being listened to, so it's gonna be an interesting case how this plays out.
Boy, I want to talk about all the things that I could say that's in your email spam, but I'm
you're
not going
allowed
to say it. I'm not going to say it.
That would mean you're listening to me too, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Yes,
I think there is a component too that now that Elon bet on a horse in a big way, and now he's just untouchable. He probably doesn't care about these lawsuits coming at him.
No.
He's running the government efficiency.
He needed Trump to win.
Dude, he's running more than that.
He needed Trump to win.
When you think about the PAC that he started, I think he put $200 million in. The entire RNC budget for the whole election was like $350 million. He almost matched that.
Yeah.
That dude is untouchable right now, I'm telling you.
He's doing okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
So Steve Kellogg showed up.
Yeah.
Hi, Steve. Once you get on camera, bro, throw on some headphones.
Yeah.
This is wild.
Thanks for dressing up for the show.
Yeah.
Yes. You put on your best sweater from 1982.
Oh, I love this. I love it already.
What is going on?
I love it already.
Yeah.
Go up a little bit more, Steve, like towards the Powering Indiana sign. Keep going.
Keep
going. Right there. Boom. Perfect.
Okay.
Hey, can I start out by saying this?
Yes, you may.
I had a pancreatic tumor in 2004. I was gutted, and I can't drink alcohol.
Right.
So, and I can't have things that are hard to digest. What exactly are you trying to make me consume today, bro?
This says
You had to give some context.
hard to digest liquid. That's all it says. So I think you should be okay.
Listen,
I'll tell you this. If
Yes.
you pass away because of this little thing that we're doing,
Yes.
I'm going to get Ku Klux Law on the phone immediately and fight for your...
Can I be
rights.
honest and no offense to them?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want Smith Sirsik.
Oh,
Those are my
well,
dog.
that's
Yes,
true. We're in there.
They're my family attorneys, and
We're in
my
this
family's
podcast.
full of lawyers. I'll say it again.
Yes.
If a family full of lawyers picks Smith Sirsik to be their to be their lawyers. Like, that says a lot.
Say less.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith is a genius. I'm with
I'm picking Harris Kuklakis.
Okay.
Go down towards Phil a little bit, Steve. Just
Getting
inch,
clo-
inch
get-
down.
getting
There you
closer.
go.
Very
Just
close.
want to get everyone in the frame for this. Okay.
All right, what
What's
are we
going
doing
on
Hey,
here?
Steve, first of all, I miss
yes.
you. I hope you're feeling better. You look great.
Thank you. I am feeling much better.
Good.
Have you talked about your back on the podcast?
I have not. We didn't even get into it on Tuesday, but yeah, back's good, eyes good.
Yeah.
Everything's good. They made me sound like I was literally like a zombie walking when I was on the show, or when I was not on the show.
I was
But I'm
happy
good
to
now.
see you when I watched that show that you were back to normal.
Yes. Thank you
You
very
look
much.
great.
Have
Yeah.
all the rashes cleared up?
Yep.
Okay. Good. I just want to
They
make sure.
didn't know we were going to get into that.
For
but-
the audience, they need to know.
Besmar, could you put up that picture?
I'm trying to find it.
Are we doing more ads?
I started watching Holmes and Watson. You guys remember that? Will Ferrell,
Yeah.
John C.
Wait,
Reilly.
is that John Holmes?
And at the time, I remember seeing it in the theater and was like, I didn't laugh as much as I thought I would. Watching it again, it's one of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time. And there's a scene where John C. Reilly's eye like rolls in the back of his head, and I was thinking of you, Steve, because I heard at one point your eye was. Is this wrong? Can you put this rumor to rest? Your eye was inadvertently, or like you didn't mean to do it, obviously, but it's like pointing.
No.
It wasn't a parlor.
I'm sorry.
trick,
I'm
was it?
sorry. You couldn't control
Could
it.
you
I
take
should
that
say.
safety pin and scramble my eye?
You couldn't control it.
It
You
was-
couldn't control it.
Something they call a sixth nerve palsy, and it's kind of like when you have Bell's palsy and your face like kind of falls a little bit or whatever. That's kind of what it was like, but it was with my eye. So it was fine looking straight on, but if I looked to the left, I scared the hell out of people. And,
Wow, that had to be like tough for you because like, is this permanent type of stuff? Besmar's laughing, but
Yes.
like that's fucking no joke.
that was the worst part.
I know. I'm
no
sorry.
shit, yeah.
Because I was seeing double and all that kind of stuff, but I'm like, I could even live with that if I needed to.
I wouldn't never say it, but your eye looked real fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it did.
Well, I scared the
limited.
crap out of you guys at
Yeah.
fantasy football.
I
know.
would act like nothing was wrong right now if it didn't, but it looks good, and then I wouldn't say how crazy it looked, but it looked. We saw it, Philip.
Well, and it limited his Halloween costume choices.
What?
He had to automatically be a pirate.
Yeah.
He had no choice. So that,
Yeah.
but in all truthfulness, glad that you're back to being healthy and you look good.
Thank you. I would just like to say, though, like, I'm not doing great in the fantasy football league, and I think that's really the reason because
You're on the
See what he's
disabled.
doing
the
here?
draft
You see what he's doing?
was in the dark.
He just beat me in fantasy football. He just wants to
Oh.
make sure everybody knows it.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you
I
forgot?
had to stop paying
Steve?
attention.
We-
I didn't
we-
even set my team last week.
We need
So-
we need to knock out these ads real fast.
Okay.
Okay, do it.
Section 2, Steve, you're going to read 2. Go, Phil.
Okay. Misprint Printing. I'm glad I get this one because Rick Baltenberger is a good friend of mine. Elevate your brand with Misprint, the premier printing and sign solution in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. With a 30-year legacy of excellence, their experienced team, led by Rick Baltenberger, combines innovation and technology to deliver top-quality signs and printing, always on time and within budget. Conveniently located in Munster and Hammond, Misprint is your partner for creating impactful visual solutions. Visit them at misprintusa.com to bring your vision to life today.
Frankie V's, no need to dress up. It's a casual place. Bring the whole family. We have plenty of space. A hidden gem in Hammond. You don't have to drive far. Delicious food, great service, and yes, a full bar. Try our homemade pizza chips, Italian beef, sausage, marinara, and more. We have delicious pizza, pasta, and Italian foods galore. Don't go where they don't remember you. It's just not the same. Come to Frankie V's, where everybody knows your name. Visit us today at thefrankiev's.com for daily specials, full menu, and hours.
Cantrell and Cantrell. Attorneys at law. Are you injured or in trouble with the law? Give Cantrell and Cantrell a call and schedule your consultation with someone who is in court and at the jail every day or doing a podcast. Call John Cantrell at 219-555-4LAW or visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com. John and his wife, Kristen, make a great team and are waiting to hear from you.
John, are you doing?
Yes, Vesmar, Calumet Brewing.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
We miss you.
Michelob Ultra is a superior light beer brewed for those who understand that it's only worth it if you enjoy it. What was that quote you had today, John? Life is short, make it sweet.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Containing only 95 calories and 2.6 carbs, Michelob Ultra is a light lager brewed with the perfect balance of hops and wholesome grains, producing a crisp, refreshing finish. With Michelob Ultra, there's no better time to crack open a cold one. It's always the right time for a good time. Head over to the Cal Brew or Michelob Ultra social media for info on this great family of beers. Enjoy the Michelob Ultra lifestyle with beers and cheers responsibly. And from what I understand, Michelob Ultra will be the sponsor of your dating and mating over at South Shore Convention thing
that.
soon.
There it is. Yeah.
Sounds like we're going to need a lot of money, so I'm up for that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michelob Ultra, ahead of time. Tortillas Nuevo Leon. Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard in Mexican cuisine across the Midwest. Look for Tortillas Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón.
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Let's knock this out. We got a few minutes, and I got to go to court.
All right.
Kelly
All right,
said he could have been a sloth from Goonies. About your eye.
That's why I love her so much.
Oh shit! It's not true. It's not true, Steve.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay.
All right, we're gonna have a little showdown game. We started our season off tasting some foods, and now we're gonna get toward the end of our season here, and we have a few liquids here, and we're gonna play a little game.
Mm-hmm.
The winner of this game gets a fabulous Byway gift card.
Yes.
Oh.
Bum, bum, bum.
We have game show music and
Yes.
everything?
Oh, yeah.
This is legit.
And the loser of this game gets a little mixture of a little drop of all of the liquids mixed into one cup.
Nice.
So try not to lose.
2 boys, 1 cup.
What
That's
we're
right.
gonna do? We didn't. Hey, John, we don't. Oh,
Phil
yes,
can't laugh at
Sorry, Phil.
Okay.
All right, each one of you guys have a dry erase board here. I'm going to pour a liquid into your glass.
Okay. Hey, listen. This is a caveat. I have to add water to it if it's carbonated, just a little bit, to get rid of the bubbles.
I don't know if it's carbonated or not.
Oh, no.
We will see here. All right, here's our first one.
I think they can see.
I can't see it.
I can see it.
No, you guys can't see it.
I don't have the show on.
Well, how would
Where's
I
your
see
phone?
it?
Is your phone on?
Dude, don't look at my phone.
No,
bro.
you can't. You're not allowed. Turn your phones on. Oh, that's.
All right. Here is
my.
number 1. Write your answer about what you see. And, John, you can be the final thing to say. Who do you think is closest?
And there's no alcohol.
There's no alcohol in
fucking
this.
smells.
Who do you think is going to be closest to this? Who do you make sure that we can see this at home?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just going to start. I'm going to put them in chat, by the way,
Okay,
in case
ready?
you can't see.
All right. Go ahead. Oh, wait. Phil hasn't written yet.
I mean, it's such a weird taste.
You got to hurry up, bro. Come on.
Okay.
John Besmar is going to make the
He's
who
he's
came
Passe
closest.
Jack. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a dick like that.
All right.
I know this isn't anywhere close
Let's
to
go.
what it is.
All right, go
One,
for it.
2, 3, go.
Sock.
Yes.
You guys have way different.
Is that what vanilla tastes like? Socks?
I don't know.
I can't.
Sock with a hint of vanilla.
I literally
Well-
said to Steve, if this is like those Jelly Bellies that taste horrible,
Yes.
he's like, oh, no, not at all.
It's really not. It's not a sock. John, do you want to call the winner on this one?
I'm going to go with John Cantrell. The correct answer is ranch dressing.
Ranch dressing. There's the ranch.
Dude, you love ranch dressing.
It's my favorite.
Oh.
Yeah.
So is this a drink that's
Yeah.
flavored ranch dressing
Yes.
drink?
Yeah. Who would not want that?
Can we get a different cup? Because
You know,
now,
Oh, sure.
Now that you mention it, there was a hint of dill there.
how does John win with sock and I put vanilla? Like, to me,
Vesmar is obviously anti-ranch.
I like ranch, actually.
Me too.
All right.
I just
here
think
you
it's
more
more savory. Like a sock would be a little bit savory. I
oh,
would think.
God.
for our at-home.
What's this one? Oh,
For our at-home viewers.
I know what this is. I just can't think of it. Makes me a little woozy. Okay.
Oh God, that's so gross.
I'm ready. Philip.
Okay, here we go.
Vanilla.
Here we go. Yeah, old salsa and salad. They're kind of close.
This is wild.
Hey, John.
It tastes so bad.
John, I think this is actually in some salsas. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's also in salad too.
Oh yeah.
What is
I'm
it?
going to give this one to Phil.
Okay.
This one goes to Phil.
Sweet
it is
corn.
Oh.
sweet corn. There you go.
You know what? That's what it is.
I know.
Guys,
Okay,
guys
so
on the
wait,
label.
retrospect-
Can I make my argument? I eat a lot of Chipotle because my kids like Chipotle. I love the corn salsa, so technically I think I'm right.
I had a salad yesterday from Panera, and I think there was corn in it.
Who tossed it for you?
Panera.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
All right, here we go.
Oh. Food,
Number
drinks.
Yes.
3.
Mm.
Here we go.
I'm going to need to, use Listerine after
What's
this.
this one? I can't. Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, no. Oh, no.
it tastes like
All right.
it smells like rubbing alcohol.
There we go. Let's put a little bit of that in
Okay.
the end.
Okay,
in the end
I know
cola.
this one. I know this one.
Currently tied.
Smells like my Nana's windowsill. Philip, can you write faster, bro?
Sorry, man.
1, 2, 3, reveal.
Phil's are just all going to be something to do with salad.
My next one's going to be croutons.
That was the only one I think had anything to do with salad.
I said
tomato
tomato.
and salad dressing. You guys are both so far off.
Okay. What was it?
Here we go.
Grass, soda, salad, grass, green.
Grass. I don't know, John.
Salad goes in the
That's
ground.
that's a Philip. I'll give it to him.
All right, Phil it is.
All right.
I mean,
Grass. Who wants to drink it? See, people love ranch. They might want to drink ranch, but nobody wants to drink grass.
well,
They want to smoke it. They don't want to drink it.
that's true.
Well, actually, some of the drinks aren't bad. The THC
Don't they
drinks.
make some of those?
Yeah, they do.
weed
Yes.
drinks or whatever they call them.
Yes, they're delicious
All right.
and inventive.
I
We're moving
wouldn't
into
know.
some different colors.
I
now.
know.
Now we have an orange flavored.
How many more
Or
of
an
these do we
orange.
have before?
An orange.
17.
There are 6 altogether.
Okay.
Wait, what is this one here?
Are we ready? Here we go.
Oh, no.
This one made me dizzy.
Make me dizzy.
So just a reminder, whoever loses this is going to take a swig of a cup that has all 6 of these flavors in it.
Yeah.
Which might put you out for the rest of the day. So you don't want to lose this
Yeah.
game.
True.
And the winner is going to get a fabulous Byway gift
Nice.
card.
You ready, Philip?
I guess.
1,
sponsor,
2,
Byway.
3, reveal.
Spicy sauce and cactus.
This is totally Phil again.
This is Phil.
I
This
think
is
so.
Buffalo's
Damn it.
Buffalo wing.
I mean,
there you go.
Buffalo wings.
Son of a biscuit.
Buffalo wing
Steve, where did you get these from?
from the internet.
John has to run the board now, by the way, to tie this thing.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
did
Okay.
somebody make these in their basement
I have
and
no
and you were
idea.
like, oh, this is safe for I have my friends try? Did you try them first, and that's when your eye went the
Absolutely.
wrong
No,
direction?
God, no.
Absolutely
He's
not.
a liar.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
We only have 2 more.
John, you understand the stakes here. Okay.
Oh, is this one steak?
No.
Thanks, boss.
All right. For our at-home viewers,
Okay. This should be an easy one.
this
for
I would
both.
think so. I would think so. We're gonna ask for
Ugh.
an exact naming on this one.
Okay.
Okay, how
Ready?
we doing?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, reveal.
Sweet cucumber and ice cream.
Just out of the interest of how this is going to end, I'm going to go with John on this.
Yeah.
All right.
What is it?
It is pumpkin pie.
Mm.
If they tie, do they both have to take a drink of this?
Yes.
Yeah,
Same time. Same
I
time.
think so.
you know
Same
what's
time.
sad is I literally have a pumpkin coffee right here. You would think I would understand this flavor,
No.
and I still didn't get it.
No.
All right.
Last one.
Last one here. And I'm opening these in front of you so that you know.
Well, I appreciate
There's
that.
no roofies.
They weren't tampered with.
What's going on? God forbid someone put something in the grass-flavored soda to make it taste off.
Oh, Lord.
All right, folks at home, this is our last one.
Oh, easy.
Should be easy.
What the hell?
We can always have a taste off at the end. I pour one random one, and they know they know the 6
That's
flavors.
fair. That's fair.
But John's got to get this one right.
I have no idea.
My Nana's windowsill.
Are you ready?
That's the name of the episode.
It might be.
My Nana's windowsill.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Cotton candy and cantaloupe.
Wow.
Ooh, golly.
I think it goes to John, personally.
Yeah?
I mean, like,
Yeah.
I have no interest in seeing them both take a drink of the mixture cup here, but I'm going to go with John.
All right. This was peanut butter and jelly.
Wow. Hey, Philip, let's rock. I got to roll, so let's rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
Best of 3.
No, that'd take too long.
Okay.
Let's just do one and done.
All right,
Best
ready?
out of
Yes.
7.
1, 2.
What did you do? Oh, you pop it out?
Yeah.
Phil wins.
Okay,
What?
I'll take it.
Phil wins.
Let's go. Pour them all in one glass.
They are. They're ready to go. Here it is.
Do you have to make him drink the ones I drank out of the way?
No, nobody was.
Just a quick
No.
recap. John is about to drink ranch dressing, sweet corn, buffalo wings, pumpkin, peanut butter and jelly, and grass all in one swig here.
Ready?
The
1.
entire thing.
Down the hatch.
Wow. How'd that taste?
Bad. Real bad.
Like Neapolitan?
We get another one.
So much for a political podcast. All we did was talk about
That's all I got.
random events.
Thanks for having me
Yeah,
today.
very good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah,
Very
this
good
was
job.
great.
This
Good
is
job.
for Phil. He's got a buy
Yeah.
one gift card there.
How much is on here, Steve? Like 200?
Something like that. There is a 2 and a 0 involved.
Okay. See you, John Cantrell. Good luck in court.
See you, man.
See you, John.
Thank you, podcast viewers. Thank you, Steve, for coming in
Of
and
course.
helping out the show. That actually was better than I thought it was going to be.
All right.
I
wouldn't
thought
steer
you were going to
wrong.
bring in like Jelly Belly flavors of like boogers and sandpaper, and at least they were like food items.
Maybe
So,
next time.
Thanks, John. We need to talk a little politics soon,
We do.
so we'll get together and do that.
Yep.
Thanks, Mayor Tom and Kevin, for letting us fill in today. It was a blast. And podcast folks, I hope you had a good time today, and we'll hopefully see you again soon.
Well, just I mean, if it helps, someone in chat put, I think I like this show better than the other hosts.
Whoa! Now I'm going to definitely read the comments. Was it my wife?
No, it wasn't actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good to hear. Well, thanks everybody. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, guys. Lock find out.